Kaito was a young boy who lived in a village nestled at the foot of a colossal mountain. The villagers called it the Unclimbable, a name whispered with fear and respect. They believed the mountain was too dangerous, too unpredictable to conquer. Kaito, however, dared to dream differently. He dreamt of standing on its peak, feeling the clouds beneath him and the sun on his face. From his childhood, Kaito was fascinated by the mountain. He would spend hours gazing at its peak, often hidden behind a veil of mist and clouds. He heard tales of treacherous slopes and unforgiving weather from the village elders, but, instead of fear, these stories filled him with a sense of determination. He would climb that mountain one day. Kaito's early attempts were met with failure. He was too impatient, too eager to reach the top. He underestimated the mountain's might and overestimated his own abilities. His failures, though, didn't deter him. They fueled his determination. Each failed attempt was a lesson learned, bringing him closer to his dream. He started training every day. He ran up hills, climbed trees, and lifted heavy rocks to build strength and stamina. He studied the mountain's moods, learning to read the signs of changing weather. He prepared himself mentally and physically, for he knew the mountain would test him in every way. One day, Kaito decided to attempt the climb again. He knew he was ready. The villagers gathered, their faces etched with worry and doubt. They tried to dissuade him, reminding him of the mountain's danger and his previous failures. "The mountain is too powerful, Kaito," they warned. "I can do this," Kaito declared with unwavering conviction. "I will climb this mountain." He ignored their warnings and started his ascent, his eyes fixed on the distant peak. This time he could feel it. This time was different. The initial climb was deceptively easy. The air was crisp, the sun warm, and a gentle breeze brushed against Kaito's face. He moved with practiced ease, his steps sure and steady. As he climbed higher, however, the mountain began to reveal its true nature. The path became steeper, strewn with loose rocks and slippery gravel. The air grew thin, making it difficult to breathe. Kaito's legs started to ache and his breath came in ragged gasps. But he pushed on, driven by his unwavering determination. The sky turned a brooding gray and soon heavy rain lashed down upon Kaito. The wind howled like a wild beast, threatening to rip him from the mountainside. Visibility reduced to mere feet, and the once familiar path became treacherous. The cold seeped into his bones and his muscles screamed for respite. Fear threatened to consume him, but Kaito held it at bay. He repeated his mantra, "I can do this. I will do this," each syllable a testament to his unwavering spirit. He found shelter under a rocky overhang, catching his breath and gathering his strength. The storm raged on, but Kaito refused to give up. He reminded himself of his dream, the feeling of triumph that awaited him at the summit. With renewed determination, Kaito stepped back into the storm. Every step was a battle against the elements, against his own limitations. But Kaito pressed on, fueled by his indomitable spirit and the burning desire to reach the top. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the storm began to subside. As the clouds parted, a ray of sunshine illuminated the peak. With one final surge of energy, Kaito scrambled over the last ridge and collapsed onto the summit. He had done it. He looked down at the world below, a tapestry of green valleys and distant villages, now bathed in the warm glow of the setting sun. The wind whispered through the peaks, carrying with it a sense of victory. Kaito closed his eyes, feeling a surge of pride and accomplishment wash over him. His journey had been long and arduous, filled with obstacles and moments of doubt, but through it all, his persistence had never wavered. He had faced his fears, pushed past his limitations, and emerged victorious. Kaito descended the mountain a changed boy. His victory was not just about conquering a physical obstacle, but also about conquering the doubts within himself. He had learned that with